back to Hot Girls Eat Carbs. I'm your host, Brittany McCrystal, and this is your safe space of the internet where we chat all things health, wellness, and sustainable weight loss. Okay, so today we are tackling the biggest myth in wellness, the idea that you either have to be a Monday to Thursday health queen or a Friday to Sunday free-for-all, and there's no in between. Before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to do a quick weekly recap and take a second to say the biggest thank you for tuning in. Whether you are a new listener or you've been here since day one, I appreciate every single one of you so much. This community means the world to me. So, guys, what a week it has been. We officially made the move from Thailand to Melbourne, and let me tell you, my jet lag is insane. We've been on a completely backwards schedule, sleeping at like 3 a.m. and then waking up at like 11 a.m. Last night it was a little bit easier, so fingers crossed that we can finally sort out our sleeping pattern this week. Oh my gosh, also, Melbourne, what the heck? It's so cold at the moment. Coming from Thailand, it's like a total shock to the system, and it's like rainy and windy. But that's not even the main drama. We managed to get an apartment. So we applied for an apartment when we were in Thailand, and we got the confirmation the day before we landed. So which was so great because we applied and it was meant to be available on the 11th. Well, we thought we did anyway. We were so excited. And so we booked an Airbnb for like 3 days. And our property manager completely messed us around, and then suddenly the house was only available in 3 weeks, and we had only applied for it because it was listed as available from when we landed. So over the weekend we went and brought like a bunch of things for the apartment, and we've got like bags and bags, like even more bags than what we have now. And we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So we tried to extend the Airbnb and they were fully booked. So long story short, we are currently homeless, but yeah, so we are currently packing up in Josh's mum apartment in the lounge until we can find something else out. Talk about drama, but it's okay. It's all part of the journey. We've got so much stuff sprawled literally everywhere. My suitcase is such a mess and I have no idea where anything is. Takes me like 20 minutes to try and get dressed, but hopefully we get it all sorted this week. So please just send us all of the good vibes. Anyway, that is the life update, and thank you for letting me vent. But let's hit to this episode. So you know the feeling when Friday afternoon hits and that forget it energy is so strong. You have cocktails, then a late night pizza, the bottomless mimosa brunches, and it's all amazing until it's Sunday night. And that is when the Sunday scaries hit. You're feeling a little puffy, the guilt creeps in, and you're already dreading the reset on Monday, feeling like you've just undone all of your progress. It's an exhausting cycle. But what if the truly in the know approach is that you don't have to choose? So today's episode is the truth about weekend balance and how to stop undoing your progress. And let's be clear, this is not about being perfect. This is about being strategic because a hot girl has a life and hits her goals. It's simpler than you think. You just need a game plan. If you guys are also loving this podcast, then it would be amazing if you could give the show a review, as it means so much to me and helps this little podcast grow and reach new girls who may want to hear it. Okay, so let's get into the most important part of this entire conversation, the mindset. Because honestly, the brunch hacks and the drink strategies, they don't matter if your head isn't in the right place. First things first, the all or nothing mentality. We have to agree that this is the least chick thing you can be doing. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it is so not the vibe. So what do I mean by messy? I mean that internal monologue that's just exhausting. Okay, I'm being so good, I'm perfect, I'm a wellness icon, and then you just have one unapproved bite of a cookie and your whole brain just goes, well, it's over. I've ruined everything. I may as well eat the entire pantry and start again on Monday. And that whole boom and bust cycle, it's so last season, and we are not doing that anymore. Because here is the absolute number one truth. The problem is not the weekend. The problem is the extreme, over the top, white knuckle restriction you're putting yourself through Monday to Thursday. And if you're surviving on a sad desk salad, no carbs, and the memory of flavor, you are not being good. You are winding up a spring. And you are just setting yourself up for Friday at 5 p.m. And when that spring snaps, when you feel out of control around the pizza or the bread basket, that is not personal failure. You're not bad and you're not weak. You're just hungry. Your body is smart. It's just been deprived and it's trying to get what it needs. That's a biological response, not a moral failing. The real flex is the actual cool girl move. It's consistency over perfection. It's aiming for a solid B plus every single day rather than a cycle of A plus for one day and an F minus the next. Think about it. A consistent B plus average crushes the person who gets 100% and then zero, and then 100% and then zero. That's just chaos. You genuinely, truly do not undo a whole week of smart aligned choices, of moving your body, of eating protein, and of being hydrated with just 2 days of fun. It's just not how it works. You would have to try so hard to actually derail real, consistent progress. So, the first rule of this new game, we're stopping the cheat language. It's done. A cheat meal? No, it's dinner. It's Saturday. It's just a part of your life. The second you label it as a cheat, you've already put that on a pedestal. You've made this big, scary, guilt-ridden thing. And that leads to the biggest move of all. You have to stop saving all of your living for just 2 days. You must legalize all food all week long. And what does that mean? It means if you want a piece of good chocolate on a Tuesday afternoon, you have it, you savor it, and you move on. If you are genuinely craving pasta for dinner on a Wednesday, you have it. And maybe you add some chicken or shrimp, you just throw in some spinach, or you have a side salad, and you enjoy a normal, satisfying, nourishing meal. When you do this, something magic happens. The food loses its power. It's basic psychology, right? The second something is forbidden, it's all you can think about. It becomes this huge, alluring, shiny object. But when you can have pasta whenever you want, you're not going to feel the need to eat 3 entire bowls of it on a Friday just because you can. You're no longer that person scrambling for scraps before the diet starts again on Monday. Instead, you've become the woman who is calmly in control. You can go to dinner, you can see the bread basket and have a piece or not. It's not a 10-minute internal battle. You're not obsessing. And that's because that is real progress. The real progress isn't a number. The real progress is being able to go to a dinner and have a glass of wine, eat the bread, and just move on. Better yet, the real progress is being so present and engaged in the conversation with your friends that you're not even thinking about the bread. That is the goal. Now to the game plan. How to hack your social weekend. Okay, so we're chill. We're not panicking. We've got the mindset, but we do have goals. If fat loss is one of them, you need a few simple strategies. This is my personal approach. It's about making choices that make me feel good, not restricted. The big brunch hack. We love a brunch, but we don't love the 2 p.m. energy crash and feeling like a balloon. The trap. Showing up starving and ordering the pancakes, the waffles, and the French toast with a side of mimosas. That is a one-way ticket to a nap. The savvy move. The P&P. That's a protein-packed pick your pleasure. My go-to is always lead with protein. It's the most in alignment move you can make. It keeps you full and balances your energy. So I'll get the smoked salmon scramble, an omelette with all of the veggies. I'll get some steak and some eggs. Then I pick my pleasure. Am I in the mood for a carb or the cocktail? If I want the food, I'll get the omelette and split an order of pancakes for the table. That way you get the taste and the vibe without the food coma. It's the hot girls eat carbs way. And if I'm in the mood for drinks, I'll stick with the high protein meal and enjoy my mimosas. The fancy dinner hack. Alright, so you're at a stunning restaurant. The lighting is low, the menu is incredible. You don't want to be that girl ordering a plain salad. The trappers saying forget it and ordering the creamy appetizer, the giant pasta, 3 cocktails, and a dessert, and then you feel uncomfortably full. The savvy mood. Pick your feature method. I look at the menu as 3 big opportunities: drinks, carbs, and dessert. I almost never go for all 3, but I do pick 2. I'll have a glass of wine and I'll skip the bread basket, and I'll get all that incredible pasta I've been dreaming about. And then I'll skip the dessert. Or I'll stick to sparkling water, enjoy all of the bread, and get a high protein main like steak, fries, or seared fish, and then split the chocolate lava cake. It's not a no or a yes. I'm choosing where I want my pleasure to come from, and I'm still ordering the carbs. It's just my approach on how to feel amazing. This is the mindful drinks hack. Let's be real, alcohol can be one of the biggest sabotages. It's extra calories, the sugar, and the fact that it makes you crave greasy food at 2 a.m. The trap is endless, sugary, pre-made margaritas. The savvy move. Upgrade your standards. My rules for drinking. The 1-1 rule. For every cocktail or glass of wine, I have a full glass of water, non-negotiable. It's a hangover prevention and a big bloat prevention hack. Keep it simple. I'm not talking health, I'm talking less sugar. I'll get a tequila soda with lots of lime, a vodka soda, a dry wine, and it's so much better than a drink made with pre-made syrupy mix. And know your why. Am I actually enjoying this or am I just drinking out of habit? Often I'll have one amazing fancy cocktail and then I'm good, and I'll switch to soda water. I've had the experience and I've saved myself for the next day. The morning after and the guilt-free reset. Okay, so what if you did none of that? What if you did have an all-out weekend? You're human and welcome to the club. The only thing that can undo your progress is the guilt spiral. Guilt makes you do self-sabotaging things. It makes you want to skip breakfast, run for 2 hours as punishment, and start a juice cleanse. This is the worst possible response. What you need to do is you need to get up on a Monday and be kind to your body. You don't detox, you just go back to neutral. It's simple. Hydrate, walk, and eat. Start the day with a massive glass of water, maybe with some electrolytes. Your body is just thirsty. Go on a hot girl walk, get some sun, move your body gently. Don't punish yourself in the gym. And eat a real satisfying high protein breakfast. A veggie and egg scramble, a protein smoothie. The last thing you should do is skip a meal. Your body needs fuel to recover. And you just continue. You don't start over. You just keep going. One weekend cannot and will not derail you, especially when you zoom out and you see the big picture. So the truth about weekend balance, it's a bit of a myth. It's not about a 50-50 split. It's about alignment. It's about having a game plan. And it's about adding protein to your brunch, picking your pleasure at dinner, and being smart about your drinks, and never, ever feeling guilty for living your life. Your body is not a delicate, breakable thing. It's resilient. It wants you to feel good. So have the fun, make smart choices, and wake up on Monday feeling proud, not panicked. Now, I know that we've covered a lot today, and I know that knowing this stuff is different from actually living it. It's one thing to hear me say, just have protein-focused brunch, and another thing to know how to do that when you're in the moment. Your friends are ordering everything, and that all or nothing voice in your head is getting really loud. That is where real personalized work comes in. So if you've been listening to this podcast and thinking, okay, I love this, I get the vibe, but I'm still stuck in that messy, chaotic cycle and I'm just ready for it to be done, then my one-on-one coaching might be for you. This is where we go way beyond the podcast. This is where all of these concepts, the mindset, the strategy, and all the approaches, we bring them all together and we build a game plan that is 100% custom built for your life, for your specific goals, your social schedule, your body, and your non-negotiables. It is the ultimate shortcut. I only take on a very small number of clients at a time because I am all in with them. So if you are serious about this and if you're ready to finally get off the roller coaster and feel amazing, the link to apply is in the show notes below. Just tap the link, fill out the form, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. No pressure, it is just an option. As always, thank you so much for hanging out. Now go and hang out with your friends, plan that brunch, and remember, hot girls eat carbs. I will see you in the next episode.